In celebration of Cirno Day, we're playing Touhou Danmaku Maze, a game I played at PAX, where Cirno sells ice cream or snow cones that are snow flavored. It's a very simple game. You play by moving, stopping, and abilitying. Collect all the crystals, don't get hit in your circle, touch this to fight back. That's kind of the trick. These are snow cones, act as your life. Abilities need motivation. Motivation is gained over time. Collect crystals quickly to raise your score and top score. That is the most Mario 3, but not Mario 3 track I've ever heard. It's our home sweet home. We've played here since we were kids. The summer heat is gonna make us rich. That's right, we're gonna sell these snow cones all over Gensoko. Gensokyo. Do you like the carrying case I made for you? It's perfect, but it only holds 3. Don't be like that, it can hold a few more. You can only hold a few at your size anyway. Just come back. Just come, make more here. Hey, I'm the strongest, not the smallest. Yes, but before we start selling, let's talk about self-defense. There's a lot of mean yokai out there. Wait, you don't say this was dangerous? Prepare yourself, Cirno. I'm gonna throw snowballs at you. Alright, the game is intended to be played on hard mode, and so we're gonna play it on hard mode. And we'll take Vaporize, because that's the only ability there is. Long story short, train time, watch out for my snowballs. This is Pacman. But with the ability to stop. You can't stop in Pacman, which threw me off a lot while playing this at PAX. Like, I know how to play Pacman fairly effectively. Dang it, I dropped combo. The other thing you don't want to do is drop combo, which sucks. Every time you drop combo, you lose a lot of points, because each crystal's worth 90 when you haven't dropped combo. When you drop combo, each crystal's worth nothing. So you really want to keep combo. And that's the other thing that threw me off, is you have to come back to the middle to grab the spell card so you can actually win the phase. Like, I'm very much used to the idea in Pacman. Gonna activate a special training attack! Snowball Flurry! Anyway, this is what the game is. Basically, it's a combination of normal Touhou nonsense and Pacman. The thing is, Pacman is still a really good game, regardless. As you can see right here, I still have an awful lot of bad Pacman habits. Like, I should just stop, but instead I actually kind of, like, move back and forth in place. Which just isn't ideal, I'll tell you that right now. There's a good reason to stop fairly often, as opposed to what I'm doing, but I just have bad habits. There's also an awful lot of, like, leading the projectiles. It's adorable. It really is. Ouch! Guess my spell card wasn't enough. That's okay, though. But a real the spell card from Tenchi. Oh, crap. The world has changed. This can't be right. I'm fairly certain that there are no buses in Touhou. That's just not how any of this works. I haven't used the Vaporize thing yet, but basically it's a bomb. Oh, crap. I got hit. That was dumb. It removes all of the projectiles that are within the range. However, it only removes projectiles. There are things that are not projectiles that it does not remove. No! I got stuck. That's another case where I should just stop instead. Dying 3 times and twice here is kind of embarrassing. One of the functional buses, certainly. But in general, there should not be any buses. We know this for a fact. Like, that was a good spot to use a Vaporize just to not to get stuck. Oh. She counts as a thing to not get touched by. Alright, I gotta be more careful. Like I said, it only counts on projectiles. If there are things that could hurt you that are not projectiles, such as actual characters, those don't count. So, go. Touch it. It's a joke from the original. Yes, I know. I'm aware. That's why I said that. Enjoyed me some IOSys over the years. Amazingly, recently, IOSys actually got hired on to do McDonald's promos, of all things. Like, seriously, I would probably like McDonald's a bit more if they were doing that instead of whatever they're usually doing. This is a case where really should use Vaporize more often to try and not get killed. But yeah, this had its own booth at PAX. The people presenting it were quite excited about it, and I actually had a really good time. And also, I won a thing by playing this very well on one of the days. So, yeah, they did a version of McDonald's. Hey, I got a. Is that a gold or a bronze? Either way, I'm happy with that. I did not do nearly as well at PAX. But yeah, Snow Cones lost 4, new record in time, and score not too shabby. Cannot complain. Ow, ow, ow! No more, no more! I'm gonna be the best snow cone sales fairy there is. But I'm just selling snow cones. Why are you teaching me all this? Well, I know that being around you tends to create a lot of friction. Good thing ice doesn't have friction. I'm ready to get rich! You know what? Good luck, Cirno. I'm rooting for you. You should start with the village. I think there's tons of potential customers there. Like the faces on the medal, they're good. Thank you for trying early access. If you liked it, please share it with others. All revenues help accelerate development, as we are currently working on this in our spare time. P.S. While there's a secret plan for the game, it is not currently implemented. We promise to inform you of it when the time comes. One of the things so at PAX, because I won the day like leaderboard, I got a t-shirt with this face on it. I'm not sure whenever I will ever wear this, but it does have this face on it. Alright, let's do level 2. Versus Marissa. I like this level. This was the level that they were doing as their like challenge thing. Look at all the people around here. I'm gonna make millions. Oh hey. Hey there, Cirno. Long time no see. Got fresh snow cones for sale, Marissa. Straight from the waters of the Misty Isle, or Misty Lake. That sounds perfect. This summer heat's destroying me. I really needed this. My first sale. It was so easy. I don't know what Dayusuke's so paranoid about. Bleh, what flavor is this? This ain't no blueberry. Of course not. All my snow cones are flavored using the natural taste of Misty Lake. So it's a water-flavored snow cone. You're playing a joke on me? No, they're really good. Who doesn't like water? That ain't the point. You can't be going around scamming like that. What, you can't tell quality water when you taste it? I didn't think you were that dumb. That's it. I'm gonna teach you some respect, fairy. Don't hit me with your broom. I didn't actually read any of this when I played at PAX. Alright. Yeah, this is a more challenging one, and it lasts longer. Get back here, you scam artist. So here's the start of... This is... is this different? Like, this is where things start to get kind of interesting, because now we're dealing with an actual, like, AI that you can do stuff with. Previously, we were dealing with sort of, like, goading the AI into movement, mostly around where it was placing projectiles. But now I can actually have Marissa move in accordance with what I want her to do. Like, put her into a part of the maze I don't care about. Or have her run into a spot I'm already done with. Like, I really like this particular phase. Alright, now it's time. You're fast, fairy. Let's see how this is. No more escaping now. This part is Bomberman. I was not good at this. Nope. Nope. No. Okay, I got lucky there. This is a case where, like, stopping actually helps a fair bit. Because being able to stop means I can just wait for the light phase to end. As opposed to dying, which is less ideal. Like, stopping. Not my forte in Pacman. Really want to finish this, and they keep placing more bombs in really inconvenient locations. And again, the whole, like, you need to grab the spell card at the end. It throws me off. Going down now, fairy. You were never the strongest. Oh yeah, these blow up faster and don't have as much warning. Yeah, I messed that one up. Like, basically, you need to watch your angles and just not get stuck in that area. I'm not convinced I'm going to do very well combo-wise on this one. Oh, wait. I missed it. I really thought my Invuln would last longer, because I'm an idiot. I'm stuck. What? That hit me? Alright, fine, continue. I might do this one over, see if I can do it without any continues. I'm really shocked that hit me. I did not think I was in range for that. Oh, hey, there's one right there. At least I can work on this side of the maze for a minute without having any troubles. Still should I get hit. I really don't think that should hit me. It is Cirno Day once again. How you doing, Hawaluta? Look what you done, you stupid fairy! Take responsibility. And now we get Marissa, the Pacman ghost again. But we're also dealing with tiles that fall down. And Eurobi. And she hit me. She does not, however, have to deal with tiles that fall down because Marissa is too powerful for tiles that fall down. I think I'm actually hosed again. Ah! Alright, whatever. I'm going to do the other end of the maze. Oh, I did not, thankfully, but I am going to drop combo for that, which sucks. Really, this one I just don't want to die. Ah, crud. I should have Proctor and then ran the other way. She moves slightly faster than me. Wisest day? That's a complicated thing. Not enough to need a master. What did you do to my village? Well, this is Cirno's fault. Alright, so in the manual for one of the Touhou games, Phantasmagoria Flower View, there is a legend, a map legend, that explains what all of the various things on a given screen are. And Cirno here is labeled as 9 with the string idiot. And of course, this being Touhou fandom stuff, people immediately picked up on that and immediately thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. And so, subsequently, 9 Day has always been dedicated to her. Phantasmagoria Flower View is actually my favorite of the mainline Touhou games because it's the one I've played. I haven't really played any of the other ones except for a little bit of Undefined Fantastic Object. And I think a little bit of like one of the PC 98 ones when I was kind of feeling like it, but... Alright, make history repeat. We have to stop it somehow. What does she do? Oh, right. It's the ghosts. This isn't hard. It just requires remembering what I'm doing. And stop it. I thought I was faster than that. Never mind. I mean, I guess I know exactly what speed I move at. Ah, 2 continues. That's just embarrassing. I could definitely do better than that. I might even try again. What was that? Oh, my dead body killed me. I hate it when that happens. Okay, I just need to be a little careful. My dead body killed me again! I can do better than this, I swear. This level's already long enough. It really is. Master Spark time. Ain't nobody want to get hit by the Master Spark. Actually, I wonder if the motivation attack would have taken care of the Cirno clones. Wait, I don't want to be... Right, I'm dead. Yeah, motivation doesn't clear that. Bizarrely, I think I might actually be safe. Until the like, projectiles spawn. Yeah, not good for my combo, but I'm not dead. Yeah, the way you should play this is by switching sides of the arena when she does that, but I can't really do much about that right now. Okay, there we go. And the lower part is more dangerous, so I want to do that earlier if I can. Also not going to hose myself by running into the lower part and not being able to get back out thanks to the trapdoors. It's too bad I don't have more time or more stuff to do on that. This was a terrible idea. There's nothing I can do now. I just have to stand here. Mistakes were made. Is there one more? Yeah, there's a few more. I mean, this is the kind of game where you play a level over and over because you really do want to get a really good score. And I did not. Anyway. You can finally actually catch up. Guaranteed to ask again. Absolutely. Has the ability to create and devour history depending on what state of moon is. Oh, I didn't know that. What's up, Simon? How you doing? Yeah, no. Absolutely no freaking medals this time. My successful run did actually have a few medals. I'm going to try that one again after we do the third one. Don't let me catch you trying to sell those around this village again. Sorry. You just want to appreciate the great taste of Misty Lake, that's all. Thank you for trying early access. Again, we've already done this. The game is not entirely ready yet, as you can tell. This is the Cirno Day, like, release, so we're gonna play it to its end and have fun with it while we can. Reimu, I came to see you. Oh no, I just dealt with Zanmu, and this summer heat's killing me. I don't want silence at my shrine. But I wanted to sell you? No. But I haven't even shown you. I said no. That's not fair. It wouldn't kill you to try one. No solicitations at my shrine. But they're fresh from the waters of Misty Lake. They're really good. You're worse than telemarketers. Please, just leave me alone. What if I just leave one in your freezer and take the money from your donation box? Excuse me? Don't even think about touching my box. It's okay. I'll be quiet. You won't even see me doing it. You're about to make a serious mistake, Fairy. I work super hard on these snow cones. You'll love them, I'm sure. I'm gonna focus on my meditation now. Touch anything and you'll regret it. Something I want to point out that I don't like is when they don't pre-calculate kerning. The word touch moved from the top row to the next row. There is no reason not to pre-calculate that and add the new line before you put it in the box. It's a small detail that always annoys me about text boxes, and I just noticed it. Anyway. Yeah, you don't mess with the donation box. I know that much about Touhou. Like I said, when I said that the vaporize thing affects projectiles, these do not count as projectiles. That's not what they are for the purposes of that. Whatever class they are does not inherit projectile. I don't think I was going to be able to run that. I didn't know what to do there. The fundamental issue with this game is your routing has to basically take into account your greed versus dying. So you need to be careful. Because dying is not good for greed purposes. I shouldn't have stopped. If I'd stayed going, I might have lived. This level is a little more experimental than the last, to some extent. I think if I run... Oh, wait. Oh, crap. Man, I already died once. No, I'm going to try again from the top. The ones in front of Reimu are definitely the most dangerous spots, and I probably should deal with those earlier before she starts spawning the flowers. Which, I'm going to be honest, I don't... She has, different things, right? She's got, God, what were the things she used to spawn? Yin-yangs. I mean, I could say that pretty authoritatively, because I know what's going to happen in a few minutes. That's embarrassing. I do like the zoom-in. That is a really good feature that I'm pretty sure they stole from, Pacman DX or Pacman Championship Edition or whatever it was. Which was legitimately a really fun game. When I played... God, for a million years ago when I played Kingdom Hearts 3 on stream, that's literally what I would do, is I'd start by playing... a game of Pacman DX, just because it was fun. Probably shouldn't have paused. Oh, I don't like what I'm doing here. Okay, so that's not a safe spot. We've learned an important lesson. A lesson is learned, but the damage is irreversible. Think about money. That puts me at ease. This is a funny one. Oh wait, no, this isn't the one I thought it was. All right. You know what? I'm gonna go give this another start over try. And remember that the most dangerous spot is directly in front of her. So let's get some of that done early. See, I actually really like this game. That it is tricky. Like, I have to overcome some of my Pacman instincts, which do not work here. But it's a good... okay, it's a good thing to overcome my Pacman instincts. Okay. We just have the dangerous stuff to do still. I thought I could do it. Alright, whatever. At least we can get the spell card and get out of here. Her attacks are Yin-Yang Orbs? Yeah. I'm gonna say, it's something that is intuitively obvious and will be made more obvious in a minute. Especially with the, like, OG version of Ray. No. You can, however, vaporize money. Money counts as a projectile. Oh, wait, that hit me? Oh, I thought it was going to go further left. Oh, God. This is something I'd never deal with well, is the parabolic projectiles. Like, in any game, ever. Also, like, the entire risk of these parabolic projectiles is at the top of the friggin' screen. Like, it gets a lot easier to see where they're going when you're not at the top of the screen. I didn't even see that one. Okay, let's see if I can get out of here. I just want to get out of this one. Go on to the next spell. Won't let this fairy ruin my zen. I need to tap further into my mental state. I think this one's actually legitimately hilarious. Pachinko time! Okay, this one summons those. Okay. And it's yen time! I should have just blown it. Yeah, I should have blown my motivation there. That was a really high bounce, irritatingly enough. Alright. Oh. That's what that... Oh, goodness. I don't think I ever saw that attack when I played it at PAX. That might be new, or I might have just gotten exceptionally lucky. Yeah, I'm not doing great here. And it got me twice. Alright, whatever. Get out. Get out. Next phase. Granny Moose stuck it rich in her dreams. Hurry up and get the donation box before she wakes up. This level is really cool. Like, the premise of this is you're walking up steps. I don't think it's intuitively obvious. That's it. I've had it. Get away from me and my shrine. Oh, I got crushed. I didn't know you could do that. Huh. Today I learned. Didn't run into that in the at PAX either. But yeah, now it's Donkey Kong. Not sure the barrels can be pushed away with motivation either, so I kind of just need to play it safe. Not sure what the routing for the barrels is either. But either way, I don't want to get hit by that. I guess the big red line is probably a pretty good indication you're not supposed to be below that. And yeah, she'll still hurt me if I do that. You can see that it wraps around, so like you can see that I've cleared that area up there. And so that's done with. So like, it does span multiple screens, but like, there's a bounds to it. It does in fact end. She hasn't done the thing yet, which I'm really looking forward to, which was that. Again, this is a really funny game. Like, I love the gimmicky stuff that's happening. The thing about it is when people say about, like, oh, gimmicks are bad in games, they often forget that, like, there exist games like Donkey Kong Country where, like, every level has some sort of gimmick, and no one's angry about that. Like, a gimmick level isn't in and of itself, or a gimmick isn't in and of itself a bad thing, as long as the player enjoys it. Yeah, barrels are not vaporizable. Please don't turn left. I think that's it. Now, the downside is I have to collect this thing, which remains at a stable location on the screen. Alright, next phase. Another bus with many, many Touhous on it. Alright, Lake Ferry crew, let's get that donation box. Oh, that's what's happening. I didn't read anything when I played the demo at PAX. Okay, those are vaporizable. Ah, nuts. Yeah, these bullets somewhat track me, and that's very annoying. Which, again, the closer you get to the, like, spawning point of the bullets, the harder it gets to avoid them. Ah. Okay. Nope. I still want to get through this with not burning all of my continues. Okay. Almost, almost, almost. And again, I have to get back to the middle. That's the challenge here. Frequently the challenge here. There we go. People complain about the DKC3. The problem with DKC3 has a lot of other problems. Let's go, find the donation box. Protect our precious bus. Something, 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 this should look familiar. Yep, it's Breakout. The original inspiration for Touhou. Which I think is actually pretty funny. Like, I think that's a well-done little gimmick here. I think if I go down, I should be fine. Oh, I am not going to outrun that. Okay, we good. We'll just run to the next half. I mean, and by run, I mean pause horribly. That'll be fine. Okay. Almost. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Yep, it's highly responsive to prayers. She's gonna do something different now. Rainbow's too powerful. We can't hold her. Yo, Ice Fairy. You wake me from my slumber. Oh, crap. I'm stuck with incident prevention, too. I actually don't know what Touhou this is. Oh, God. There's too many Touhous for me to know all of them at this point, I think. Like, these keep spinning between Ka and something else, but I don't know what that actually means. I suspect it's actually relatively important and impactful and something that is important to know in terms of what's going to happen next. But I'm just going to avoid the big ol' beams and try not to die. That's my general policy. There we go. No beam. Yeah, I never played enough highly responsive to prayers to actually know much about it. I got a bronze medal for that. Wasn't one of my better ones. Big red line labeled life lost. Borderline? Yeah, I guess I didn't read. Shocking. That's the kanji for power. Ah, that looks similar to Ka. That makes sense. Going diagonally in a Touhou game was a good idea. Who knew? Who knew? How you doing, Steven? That is Mima, who is the antagonist and protagonist of PC 98. Ah, okay. You stupid fairy. Can't you take no for an answer? Oh, well, thank you for the bits. You're welcome. Yeah, no, I enjoy this game quite a bit. I played it at PAX and won a t-shirt. So I'm pretty happy. It was worth playing just for the t-shirt. Whole sense of screwed too bad. Fix it. It's fair. I'm doing good. It's a Cirno day. How can you be wrong? It's a good time. Stop being mean and try one. Enough. I'm going to Alice's house where it's quieter. I did it. I'm about to make a sale. The stupid fairy doesn't know I've already emptied the donation box. Anyway, that's the entirety of the game as it stands right now. I suspect there will be more. I guess it didn't actually... Oh, these are easy. Yeah, you can see I did okay on stage 1 and okay on stage 3, I guess. But I lost way too many snow cones stage 2. We have to try again. We absolutely have to try again. How's how you doing, Sir 9? Other thing we could look at, there's the license. This, I think, is the standard Godot license. That's not very interesting. And the tips, which are weird, because you can translate them. Like how to become the strongest. She's Cirno. Welcome to her lecture. She's going to teach you everything it takes to become the strongest snow cone seller. And I can press the translation here, which is weird. I don't really know if translating helps. There's also video footage, which will happen at some point, I suspect. It doesn't wrap around. Anyway, most of this is stuff that you can kind of pick up pretty easily, like how vaporization works, how combos work. I didn't read any of this. I'm probably not going to read any of this right now, because there's a lot to read, and I really do actually want to try again. Oh, wait, quarter's snapping. Forget which way you're going. It's okay if I miss a turn and still change directions as long as I'm close enough to the junction. How generous the corner stop. So this is actually something that generally is in Pacman. Like, if you actually kind of lean into a given corner, you actually make the turn a little bit faster. This goes back to the OG Pacman, where, like, if you preemptively push left when you're going down, you will actually corner better. And they definitely did a lot of this in the DX versions, which is something I always appreciate in a Pacman or Pacman-like game. Anyway, I need to do level 2 again, because I didn't do very well. I want at least a medal on level 2. Just, okay, it doesn't. I was hoping there was a way to skip, but we can just do this real quick. Because when you can play a level many times, you definitely want to skip dialogue you are not going to read a second time. There we go. She's on the other half of the maze. Well, she was on the other half of the maze. Just wait. Rock her there. The danger is having her see you, like, really quick twice. Something you definitely don't want. Alright, now I'm going to restart that. Hold Y. Okay, I will do that in the future. Because that makes sense. Okay, that was good. Got her nice and busy doing the things I want her doing, which isn't assaulting me. See, that's really what you want to do, is just get her busy in a different part of the maze. I've already screwed this up, so I'm not going to be able to keep combo at all. But no big complaints. I also like the face. There's something about, like, old school just having a face in the corner that makes me happy. Hold Y to hurt the localization team's feelings. You're not wrong about that, I suppose. I did read them earlier. Like, I think for an awful lot of plot, you read it once. You don't need to read it another 200 times. Alright, there we go. Should be safe. At least I finally learned to use the A button. This is not an A button challenge. Okay. Okay. Focus. Get out of that row! I want to mention I'm also bad at Bomberman. I ended up playing the N64 version of Bomberman. Why did I do that? I just walked into that. Alright, let's not assume that my invulnerability is going to last long enough to actually get that. What's up, Matt? How you doing? I can't read chat very effectively while playing Bomberman Pacman. That's just not something I can do. Oh. I thought I'd be able to pause in time. That's just the corners. I can live with that. I can go around here and be nice and safe. Stand here. I am not good at this particular phase. Okay, grab this, grab that. Ooh, that was closer than I cared to admit. Oh, that's a really irritating formation. There we go. Shows up in the Hell Route mid-boss. Interesting. Yeah, this is my I don't know that much about my Touhou history. At some point, I'm going to actually go and open my... Oh, can I make this? Can I make this? Yeah, I needed to corner in here, and I failed. I'm still failing it. Nuts. Yeah, that was all bad. She's going to clown on me now. Oh, come on now. There we go. Need to make the short turn. And then trap myself. That wasn't smart. Okay, there we go. I mean, it's one of those things where they can't exactly put it on the label saying this is Touhou Pacman, but it's totally Touhou Pacman. Let's be honest with ourselves. Alright, there we go. Ends up being a playable character in 3 and 5. Interesting. Yeah, I went and bought a few of the Touhou games that I could get when I was in Japan. I stopped at one of the many instances of Melon books, though probably the worst one for a few different reasons. Most Melon books actually place all of the pornography behind an actual, like, shroud. So if you don't want to see the pornography, you do not have to. The one in Akiba does not do this for some reason. And when I was leaving, there was like a Swedish dude who was bringing two old people who were clearly his parents down the stairs, and I'm like, they're not going to stay there that long. But they did have an awful lot of like the older Touhou games, which is what I was there. One of the things I wanted to purchase. I'm pretty happy with that. I've got like Phantasmagoria Flower View and about 3 games before. The sad thing is, I can't install Phantasmagoria Flower View on my Windows 98 machine. It turns out it requires Windows 2000 and up, which is a bit of a shocker to me. I didn't even think it would support Windows 2000. Gotta stop history repeating. Oh, right. Okay, gotta be smart here. Smart means dabbing. Oh, I thought I'd be able to avoid that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna die to my corpse again, probably. Okay. Right. If I ever have a corpse or stop, that's basically just gonna kill me. There was a trick to this that I found when I was at PAX, and I have not successfully managed to recreate it. Dang it. Was this Bomber Touhou? Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Trying to abuse my invulnerability to not die and not doing it successfully is the answer to that question. Okay, I think with this... Ah, crap! If I hadn't gone in there, I would have been fine. It was a really good game. What was it called? Like Shuggy? Shogi? I think it was Shuggy. That was made for Xbox way back in the XNA days. That was basically a demo. It wasn't a demo, it was actually a full game, but basically it was made for the XNA contest. So Microsoft, when they were originally developing XNA, put out sort of a request for games thing and made a contest, and people made various little games using the framework. And it used this sort of like clone gimmick a lot. It was a puzzle platformer. I don't know if it's still available. Like, maybe one of those things that was on the Xbox 360 and now you can't get anymore because the Xbox 360 is long dead. But I enjoyed playing it. A friend of mine who worked on the... Oh, right. I walked into the big death beam. That wasn't a smart move. friend of mine who worked on the XNA team was like, game is just the bomb. You have to play it. And so I did. I had to find a zip file and go about it a different way. The game they chose as the winner was The Dishwasher, which honestly I don't think was as good as Shogi. Or Shuggy or whatever it was. I guess it goes to show you, if I can't remember the name of it, wasn't all that good? Actually really interesting, taking a pre-existing thing like Pacman and doing interesting stuff. Yeah, no, it's a really good game. I want one more shot at that. I was terrible. I'll hold Y to make the localization team cry, right. It rhymes, so I can remember. Did I miss anything else important? Oh. Magician named Marissa who ends up as a playable character. Yes. Of course she does. Alright. Hard. Vaporize. I'm going to go one more time. I want to do one more better than this. I did actually have at least one more Cirno game lined up in case this did not take that long. Which, I mean, it's 3 levels of Touhou Pacman. And it is a high-score game. Like, high-score games, as a general rule, kind of don't take that long unless you're willing to really grind them out. Like, I've seen Glitchcat really grind on Magic Garden in UFO 50, and I appreciate that, but man, I don't know if I'm a high-score person. Just one of those things where, like, you either know this is who you are at an earlier point in your life or you don't, I think. And also, I'm often too much of a perfectionist to be a high-score person outside of pinball. Like, if I play, let's say, like, what's a good example? Arkanoid. Or even Miss Pacman. Like, if I lose an early spot in Miss Pacman, I will just walk off. Like, I won't even care about my quarter. If I lose a life early enough that I can't do it, or in a position where I can no longer perfect the stage, I'll just walk off. I'm just done. That's like the only game where I do that. Like, most of the time I'm reticent to restart. Kind of like some people are just like speedrunners, and they speedrun things even when they haven't played. I misread that. Speedrun things they haven't even played yet. Just get out of that. Okay, there we go. We can get out of the first phase. Which puts us in the second Bomberman phase. Okay, and then I need to dodge the lines. Oh, wow, I misread that entirely. Just gonna chill here for a sec. I cannot chill here for a sec. I misread that entirely again. Oh, man. What is it with the Bomberman stage that really throws me off? Okay, I still have a... Oh, localization team will live, it's true. The difference is, I think with pinball, is that you don't need to do perfectly all the time. Like, you really only need one good ball in pinball to make up an awful lot of ground. Whereas, like, Miss Pacman, if you start messing up early just because of how and where the points in that game are rationed, you're just kind of hosed. I just walked into her. That was dumb. I'm going to stay over here. You can have fun on the other side of the maze, Marissa. Respawn, please. I was trying to corner left and I failed it. You know, I'd actually wondered this, whether or not she could transit over holes, and the answer is no. Which I feel is an important question to have answered. Oh, I did. That was... I meant to, like... do anything else. I may need to retry that again. Stream a GBA game? I have streamed GBA games in the past. Not very many. I'm not a huge fan of an awful lot of the GBA aesthetic. And the one game I've streamed is, I think it was Final Fantasy V, the GBA version. And I just don't care for that version very much. The music sounds weird. The character sprites are kind of stretched uncomfortably. The extra stuff isn't that interesting, unfortunately. Like, it just doesn't appeal to me. Metroid Fusion, absolutely. I love Metroid Fusion. I have physical carts of that, so if I did want to stream that, I probably would talk to Squiggles and get his the GBA player from him. Because he has one of those GameCube GBA players, and I could play on that, and that'd be fine. And also, in the future, I need to play HeroSoft's... what was that exactly called? Like, Wario 4 hack? That's on the request list. That's the version you play for your first playthrough? I'm sorry to hear that. Alright. I think what's interesting here is I can choose my origin point, which I didn't really use last time. I think choosing my origin point is actually a smart and useful thing to do. Like, that is one of the weirder aspects of this particular game. Is, like, you have control... Oh, I chose this. I did something dumb here. Well, not that dumb. It worked out. I think I'm following the last instance of me at this point. Now I need to interleave. Go up this way. I don't think there's anything else that's going up this way. Now, the downside is... Yeah, I don't think I can actually fix that. Okay, am I ahead of myself? Oh, no! I didn't mean to take that down. I'm gonna get hit, like, twice. Oh, wait, there's another crystal. Where is it? Oh, I missed it! Oh, it's gonna make this whole thing really annoying. I thought I got all the crystals at that point. Okay. Stop and dab for a moment. There we go. Had Sonic Pinball Party growing up. The other experience with pinball outside of Space Cadet. Never beaten it. Played Final Fantasy V with... Oh my, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. With music restoration patch, it wasn't perfect. Come on, go away, Master Spark! Still love it. I mean, Final Fantasy V is such a good game, I can't begrudge anybody for enjoying it in any form. But I just don't have it in my heart to accept any other version than this SNES version. Unfortunately. It's just how it is. Like, I think it's just massively inferior. The translation is fine. Bart's versus Butts notwithstanding. Which is admittedly kind of a silly argument. Didn't play the original remaster? Yeah. The phone games are not good. It's just an unfortunate fact. I can grab this before she masters Sparks. We should be fine. We'll head upward. Grab those last. Hooray, my motivation is back. How many actually bought Pixel Remaster? You actually bought Pixel Remaster because you wanted to play it again. It's a good game. Would recommend. I want to do one more time until I can get, like, not Deathless, but Continueless. That's what I want here. It just looks weird. That's really it for me. Like, I don't know. Too much of what the concept of what Final Fantasy V is to me is tied to the memories of the SNES version, so it's very hard for me to divorce that. Oh, that was almost not smart. Yeah, didn't play this well. Gonna drop combo. Yep. Do your thing. I'll go in a circle. I'm trying to figure out if there's like an initial spawn for some of these things. I appreciate the slowdown before you're about to do something real stupid. Because, like, I'm literally running into, like, a static line. That counts as really stupid. Just gonna wait. Oh, please, stop spawning there. Keep spawning where I want to stand. I got impatient. I should not have got impatient. My impatience will be my undoing. Frequently. That's okay. I burned one. I got a one up. I'm fine. Was a bomb there? Oh, wait. These are all on the lower half. Oh, no. Okay. I'm fine on this side of the thing. This is on the outer edges. So, wait, no. Said, I want Continueless. Just gotta be more careful. Yeah, sometimes that doesn't work. I don't know why. And I do have one other thing prepared, so in the event that I get tired of doing this before I want to stop. Apparently when you're dead and you pause, or are in hit stun and pause, you can't actually go into the menu. No. If you're moving and pause, you can't go into the menu and restart. Okay, that's what's happening. Interesting. Interesting. And kind of unexpected in a way. Oh, okay. We're standing in the corner. It's just a kind of a weird bug. Not that it has a massive effect on gameplay, but it's still one of those, like, probably not something you want. If someone dies and wants to immediately retry, the game should probably humor them. I was hoping I wouldn't drop combo, but here we are. Yeah, this game, especially with the mazes, like Pacman in general, you don't have to worry about routing because there isn't a combo system in Pacman. But here, the combo system is key. I just can't get away from her. Like, the most important thing in Pacman is that you eat the ghosts, right? Like, that's the real trick to Pacman, is being able to get as many ghosts as you can per power pellet. You want to always eat a set of 4, provided you can find a set of 4. And if you mess up in Pacman, you can end up in a situation where you simply cannot get a set of 4. What? Ow! The reason for that being is that once you... the ghosts only come out after you consumed a number of pellets in a given life. Not a given board, a given life. So, like, basically, if you miss out, if you, like, die when there's 4 things still on the board and you have power pellets left, you're host. You can't use the power pellets to boost score now. You just are stuck. You have to eat them. Because you can only really get the red one if you have, like, 4 left. It just kind of sucks. This one's safe. This row is safe. I thought I'd be able to get out of it. That's not safe at all. Wait, okay. Oh, there was one down there. Ah. I can apparently watch 3 things, but not 4 things, is what I think we've learned here. Which is really unfortunate in many ways. And drop combo, but I guess that's fine at this point. I can make it. Like, I feel once I get past the Bomberman stage, I have a lot better chance of continuing without more deaths. I'm just really bad at watching for 4 bombs at once. Also, S64 Bomberman is weird. I guess I never finished that thought. It's a puzzle platformer where you can't jump. It actually isn't the most recent fan game thing that's given me trouble in a Bomberman stage, now that I think about it. I was playing Iron's Norakun's hack, which had a Bomberman stage, but I didn't know it was Bomberman because the NPC dialogue box was not the correct one for that. He didn't know why. Like, it was supposed to explain to me how that room worked, and it didn't. It was a completely different NPC, which was pretty funny. Just hang out here until we can get through there. Okay, no deaths there. Okay, I'm safe. Oh, I'm completely safe to do what I want to do here. Okay, dip in. Diplin. Oh, come on! I was so close there. Still only play Pokemon. But we're playing Touhou today because we can get away with it. It is the right day for it, after all. Oh, nuts, I missed it. Oh, actually, this works out. Okay, cool. I was really hoping there. Alright, Alright, next phase. Just more Marissa following. Oh, she can... I misread that. I thought for some reason that she wouldn't be able to follow me over the falling platform, and she did. Like, absolutely did. No problems whatsoever. Okay, no, not that. One more try. I was really hoping I'd hold combo there. Just a little bit too long. I'm glad I didn't corner wrong there. That would have been painful. You know what's one thing I actually still don't know? What is the criteria for getting an extra life? Probably should have been paying attention to something in the tips menu about that. Don't know why I thought that was going to be safe. It's like, what is wrong with me? Like, this is not the hard phase. Also successfully learned how to use stop. You think that would help me, but apparently not. There's the one up. I guess it's 10,000? That makes sense. Okay. I have no combo, so, like, there's no reason to rush right here. There we go. You were never the strongest. Don't know why, but that line just reminds me of, like, Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt. Which, clearly, they want to do, like, an environmentalist version of Sonic. And at the very beginning, it says that Dr. Machino basically says, "You're not so awesome!" Which sounds really dumb. There we go. Doesn't help that it's filtered through the Sega sound system. Right, one more try. Otherwise, I'll just take what I can get next time. Like, I really do want to do this continueless. But it might be time to admit a certain amount of defeat just because I don't want to spend all evening grinding on something. Not dead yet. And I'll be fine. If she sees me, she'll brush, and then I can just go back and grab the spell card. Just kind of comes down to the RNG with this, I think, for me. Like, I'm not sure it's completely RNG either. Like, there's some amount of, like, it's placed to be annoying, but that might just be me reading into it. Okay. Right. Come on. One more. There we go. Now the whole center is kind of safe when they do that, and then this one, everything else isn't safe. This corner is safe. Crap. Oh wait, I didn't see the other one! Oh! I'm just gonna stay here for a cycle. Okay, cool. I can finally go do something. Okay, I can chill out here. Make progress moving over here. Wait. Oh, God. I'm just gonna go back. Wait, what? Oh, I was on the row. Ah. What's up, Noah? What's up? Hit a pet red lobster, you name it Dwayne. I guess that makes sense. Why wouldn't you name it Dwayne? I had a cool teleporting power. Or I had a cool power to transform into something and make an awesome sound, like Dwayne! Surprise, how you doing? I failed my cornering. I'm trying to rush, and I'm not doing a good job. No more rushing. Also, you get so much more when you actually stay in combo. Like, it is so, like, routing is paramount in this game. I'm gonna drop combo and walk into her. What am I doing? Like, that is good. And that isn't. Okay. I'm trying to come up with something here. I'm not... It's actually kind of annoying. I can't do that. Alright. do this, and then she rushes. I come up here, and then she runs into me. No, I need to hesitate a little bit in that corner. That's the key. Okay. She runs in. Then I drop combo. Now, I thought I could hold combo there, but definitely not. Alright, whatever. That was a pretty okay first round. Dwayne Lobster. You know, I've never actually met someone named Dwayne. My older brother was going to be named Dwight until he came out and they're like, he ain't no Dwight. It's good. He's not a Dwight. Like, it really was for the best. I shouldn't have rushed that. I was fine where I was. Sometimes I just get a little bit stuck on an edge. Need to be more careful about that. Okay. See, that time I managed to beat it. Okay. If I can just get to the next Marissa phase without dying, I'd be a better player. If I could say a few words here, I'd be a better public speaker. Okay. Oh, I thought I could rush that. Absolute safety. And we wait. We bomb, and we bomb, and we bomb. And I know exactly all about this guy. Because he's me. Alright, cool. Crap! Well, that was a dumb way to start that. Alright, well now she's off in a different corner of the maze. I can probably, with the combo I have, manage to get the one-up I needed. And then immediately lose it because I decided to try to out-corner Marissa. Oh, mistakes were made. I do love it just sending her to the other side of the maze. Very much the "be gone to the Shadow Realm" sort of energy. Ah, crap. Yeah, these falling, or what am I looking for? Sinking tiles throw me off. Okay, there we go. Now she can't get to me for this phase. Yeah, I love this phase, the just random fighting phase. Come on, another one up. Come on, another one up. Oh, there's a lot of mushrooms popping out of there. Did once read a manga that didn't want to explicitly say it was Touhou, and so they referred to Marissa as the Mushroom Master. Which is a little bit weird. I know she's associated with mushrooms, but I don't think she's like has mastery over them, because all the Touhous have some sort of weird power, because they all have to have some sort of weird power. Like, Cirno is basically relatively normal by comparison to the average Touhou character in terms of powers and what they do. She freezes things. I get it. It's like Mr. Freeze. Like, you know, it isn't complicated. Like, fairies, frogs, that kind of thing, you know. Just whatever she kind of feels like freezing today. Okay. Pay attention to what you're doing. This is not hard. Okay, that was a bad decision to cut the graph there. But I'm up to 3 lives again. So that could be worse. Actually, oh, wait, they go down? Why did that... Oh, when you're hitting your own corpse really sucks. Alright, I can't touch that now. Yeah, there are too many things there. Is this Pacman? Effectively, yes. Alright, I was trying to go Continueless, but I'm far enough in this one, I just want to finish it. I played this at PAX. I really enjoyed it at PAX. And so I decided I wanted to play it for 9 Day. Wait. Can I get through here? Okay. I'm a moron. Like, that was completely free with the current graph. Anyway, it's Master Spark time. But yeah, it's basically Pacman with stuff. And yeah, the booth for PAX was actually a bit out in, not like no man's land, but definitely not one of the more heavily trafficked areas, unfortunately for them. For me, it was highly trafficked, because whenever I go into PAX, which is Penny Arcade Expo, I suppose I should explain the initialism. There's 2 ways to get into what is now called Arch. So Seattle ended up building a new convention center over the last few years. In part because the old one was inadequately small and depressing. But because of the fact that everything convention center-wise has grown since then, they still use the old convention center for other things. So in the case of PAX, basically all of the games... come on! All the people exhibiting games end up in the old... video games end up in the old conference center. Convention center. There we go, that's a lot better. 10 snow clone. Oh man, I didn't get any. Okay, one more try. I did so much better at PAX, it's almost embarrassing. But yeah, there's 2 ways to get in. The main way they want you to go in, which I never go, and then the side entrance, which is where PC, like, bring your own PC used to be. So basically, like, because of its sort of LAN party beginnings, there used to be an idea, well, there still is actually, but I don't do it. You can bring your own PC and kind of LAN party it up with your bros. But, like, that section was usually in that part near registration just because it was kind of out of the way. Am I fine? I think I'm fine. But now registration is relegated to Arches as opposed to Summit, which is the new building. And it's just easier to go through the registration area than it is to go the other way. It's a lot longer of a walk. And also the worst thing, the absolute worst thing, is the old convention center had the worst bathrooms, okay? So, Seattle has a problem with opiate abuse and people abusing opiates. And because of this and the desire to prevent people from nodding off and dying, the bathrooms in the sort of open area of the convention center have big holes in the stalls. I can't speak for the women's, but the men's has giant holes in all of the bathroom stalls, so you can see in there and wave and say hello to someone who's taking a dump. The new convention center has no such thing because there are no bathrooms before, like, the badge check area. This was only the bathrooms before the badge check area, near, like, the Taco Del Mar. You stop dropping bombs there? Come on. Well, I ain't having my time, I can tell you that much. But also the old one is really concrete-y and depressing-y. It's very much a relic of the 1950s. Let's just pour a lot of concrete and call it a day ethos of architecture. The new one looks nicer. It has a lot of silly things in it. There's definitely some stuff I don't love about it. But it is bigger. And you know what? Quantity has a certain quality of its own. I do wish that they wouldn't, like, relegate the video game demo stuff all to the other building, because it's just, like, it actually takes about 5-ish, 8-ish minutes, not 8-ish minutes, but like 5-ish minutes to walk between the two. And so people generally will find their groove. Are they board gaming, or... Yeah, basically it's separated. I was going to say segregated, but that's not entirely true. Into, like, board game, card game stuff being in one building, and video game stuff being in another, which isn't 100% true, but is close enough to true for our purposes of discussing it. It's like Summit has all of the board game stuff, a lot of the... Oh, dang it. It has all of the board game stuff, all of the concerts and things. It has the arcade, which, bizarrely enough, despite the fact that this was originally envisioned by Penny Arcade, the arcade is surprisingly anemic compared to similar... God, the fact that I cannot get into the pause menu is so irritating. Compared to similar other conventions. Like MagFest's arcade, humongous, beautiful. Like 50 pinball machines. PAX's? 6. 4? No, 6? 4. I forget if it was 6 or 4. You're like, that's not very many pinball machines if you're playing pinball. There's a lot of good rhythm games. Like, the company that does this does really specialize in, like, interesting Japanese games from arcades, which is cool. But, like, MagFest does the same thing and has, like, 800 more games. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, yeah, this is a better thing. It does help that MagFest is all in a single building. Like, I imagine it would be better. I just feel like the arcade thing is really cramped, and oftentimes it's hard to navigate. You've got a bunch of people, especially people like playing DDR and other rhythm games. It makes it very hard to navigate once you're inside of the arcade itself. The other nice things, like, other cool things they have are, like, console and PC free play. So, like, if you're ever, like, just tired on your feet, you can just walk over there and say, I really want to play Sonic CD. And a dude will basically give you, well, not really a key. He'll give you the CD and then tell you where to go sit. And there'll be a Sega CD just sitting there, ready for you to put the disc in. And then you play it for a bit and then return it. It's kind of nice. Similarly, there's a PC free play, which is basically a box with an awful lot of Steam games on it. Like, they have a bunch of these, just computers. I think there's probably a company that does them. I really don't know. But you can play basically anything kind of newish, which is kind of fun. I would say the best way to experience that aspect of PAX is playing some party games with friends. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong row! It's killing me, Smalls. Yeah, I really do find this particular level of this to be the hardest for me. Because either I have to go really, really slow and basically give up combo at all. Wait, that's... or mess up. Alright, last one. I keep saying last one. I'm going to move on to something else as if that is actually going to happen, and then it doesn't. Oh, this is actually fantastic. I am going to get a lot Okay, so I know what I did wrong there. If I kept that pattern but let her charge past me instead, I would have been in a very good spot because I could have grabbed that crystal and gone. Like, any time where I basically converge with Marissa is a really good pattern for me. Because it means I can hold combo. Yeah, I missed combo there, but, like, that was a long combo for this stage. Best way to enjoy games is to die in them? No. Like, last year I ended up playing Tekken with some of my sister's friends. I'm not good at Tekken. I don't know what to do in Tekken, but we had fun creating horrible abominations in the character creator for that. And I've seen, like, videos where people make, like, legitimately good, like, ridiculous things in Tekken's character creator, like Pepsi Man or various VTubers. Like, actual characters that people like and know. But we didn't. We just made horrible abominations. Because that's just how they roll. And then leave them on there in case someone comes by to play them on that machine later. What's up, Overflow? You've started a video game developing hobby? Tekken character creations are amazing. They absolutely are. 100%. Like, that is a page I am on. No need to burn the book. How's how you doing, Overflow? Like, video game development is fun. The fundamental issue is, like, it's hard. Video games, as a type of program, are basically distinct from any other class of application. I did that wrong. They work in a way that does not behave the same as anything else you would possibly write if you're a developer. I stood there. If you're a developer. Why am I so bad at this one? I'm not paying attention. I'm thinking about modes of programming. But the way video games work is quite literally once you're running a simulation. And what's most important about it is that you successfully complete your simulation once every 60 or so seconds. Or once 60 times a second. And that is an interesting conundrum. Because that's not how basically anything else works. Like, basically any other thing, you're like, yeah, what's really important for us is actually making sure that the database gets updated in time. And we need to make sure that that happens before the customer is charged. Or we need to make sure the UI updates so that things are correct. Whereas video games doesn't have that property. Like, you really do need to finish your simulation in that exact amount of time. Which just doesn't exist for any other class of application, really. Which I think is interesting. Like, even scientific computing and hardware stuff, like, you need to meet your timing, sure, but you're very rarely on as strict of a timing as this. Or you're on even weirder timings. We're talking about, like, scientific instruments that need to measure things in incredibly small increments. Distractions and inattentiveness, that's probably it. That's probably it. I also think that Cirno was probably the developer of this, and I never acknowledged that. But, in case they're still watching. Or watch the VOD whenever it gets released some point, because this will certainly go... This will Cirno... I don't know, don't think I can make that pun work. This will eventually go on YouTube. So, this game is really cute. Yeah, it really is. It's very well done. There's a lot of Touhou fan games out there, and most of them are really cool, in all honesty. Like, you've got Metroidvanias, you've got, like, kind of Souls, two-dimensional Souls bossy games. Last year for 9 Day, I think I'm just gonna not get hit somehow. I played a different game that was also Cirno-based, and I forget the name of it, but it was really cool. The basic premise is that she was the great hero and needed to protect... Someone got kidnapped, she needed to go rescue them, and she has to fight other recognizable Touhous to do that. And there's a lot of dodging and parrying and stuff, which was really fun. Oh, I got hit on the way. Ow. That was mean. Like, between phases, I should not be able to get hit that way. I didn't plan this well. Okay, think about your route planning. That was not thinking about my route planning. I should have gone down the middle. Okay. Ah, crap. Yeah, I got squished. I don't know what to do here. I've messed up my route planning so badly. Okay. Let's go across here. Barely touch this. Go down through here. Stop. Okay, cool. One more phase. That phase is really hard. Like, really friggin' hard. I'm just gonna burn motivation. I want to keep my combo up and try to get one extra life. Just to... okay. Dab. Okay. I'd like to point out the pause button is also referred to as a dab button in the UI, which amuses me to no end. Actually, you know what? Fun fact that's almost relevant here. My little nephew, the one that was around this weekend for ICFP, just hanging around because, you know, he just was hanging around. But he once dabbed an ice cream cone straight out of his hand. And it's the kind of thing you could definitely see Cirno doing. Dabbing so hard she just throws the snow cone across the room. And in all honesty, it was funny. Yeah, I need to get better at using my Vaporize tech. If I can duck in here, grab those, grab that, I can finish this phase really quick and then we're done. I think that was Continueless. We take those. We take those. That was what I wanted to do. Alright. With that success, I'm calling this done. I got my medals. Like, yeah, I'm happy with that. Like, we can go look at my medals now. You know what? I didn't notice the arm movement. Look at that. Again, adorable, this game. Absolutely adorable. Yeah, I do wish it would just show you them. I don't know why default... Wait. Oh, well, whatever. I feel it should default to hard if hard is the mode you expect people to play on, but whatever. I got my records. I can live with that. It's not the best I've ever done in a video game, but we take these. And again, it's the kind of game where you need to practice and develop routes to be smart about these kind of things, because, like, it's hard. What about Reimu? I beat Reimu once. I don't need to do it again. Separate medals for each difficult. Yeah, in case you want to go Lunatic. Like, I think Lunatic is no continues. We're gonna do this really quick. We're gonna play one round of Lunatic. Yeah, for hardcore Touhou people fans. Do it once. If I lose, I lose. If I wreck, I wreck. We're not going for it. I drop combo. I'm just grooving. Oh, oh. I did burn my motivation. I just didn't notice because of the zoom in. It should default to the last... I agree. No! I took a damage. This is bad. That's okay. It's probably okay. Yeah, I love how the mazes change as you move along. Like, there's just an awful lot here that's incredibly charming. I should have burned my motivation there to keep my combo going. Hard to see on this stage because it's white on white. Oh, I should have paused. Alright, well... That's the other thing that is very distinct from Pacman. Oh, whoops. I missed this. Is that you... Wait, where's the other one? Oh, ah! Alright, you know what? I messed that up so badly, I'm going to give it one more try. Also, being able to pick your origin square is an interesting thing to happen in Pacman. Like, I'm not sure about it. I think it adds another dimension. Like, I'm kind of surprised that, like, you can move between the cards. And this is the maximum amount of combo I can get. I wonder if you can actually complete each of these without dropping combo. Maybe next year I'll make a fake ICFP problem that has some aspects of this rather than doing straight up Pacman. We've done straight up Pacman a couple times. Does remind me, ICFP problem this year, we really expected at some point that they would add a Wumpus. And there was never a Wumpus. We were so disappointed. I know that only makes sense to like 4 of you, but I stand by my statement. Like, quite literally, at least 3 of us were like, okay, the extension the next day, it's totally going to be a Wumpus. Unfortunately for us, there was no Wumpus. Not that Hunt the Wumpus is a great game anyway, but like... You're used to hearing things. Wumpus was the Discord mascot? I mean, if it was, I don't know about it. Hunt the Wumpus is a relatively old game that was very text-based, and the idea was that you were going around on a, like, flattened decadahedron. So you'd choose which edges you'd follow, and at each instance it would give you 2 key pieces of information, or not. One is you would, like, hear a whistling, or you would smell something. If you smelled something, it meant that you were... one of the nodes that you were adjacent to contained the Wumpus. If there was a breeze, it meant there was a pit. If you run into a pit, you die. If you run into a Wumpus, you die. At any point in time, you can choose, instead of moving, to shoot an arrow at a given node. If you shoot an arrow at the Wumpus node, you win. You shot the Wumpus. And when I mean old, I do mean old. This is the kind of game that you would have typed in, like, into a basic interpreter in, like, the 70s. The guy who made it just thought that games that were on non-square grids were interesting. That's really why it exists, and why people even still think about it. It's a decent programming exercise. Last QLDC, there was a level that was Hunt the Wumpus, which was actually really cool. I don't know why I keep thinking I can burn motivation there. This isn't even the harder part of this. I'm trying to remember if, like, this was the speed of the snowballs on the normal one. Yeah, I did play the Hunt Wumpus level, yeah. Alright, one more try. How you doing, Mika? Yeah, I was one of the judges for QLDC, so I played all of them, and I definitely played the Wumpus level. And probably gave an abbreviated, a similar type of speech about it. Because again, it's just an interesting little game. But it's, you know, it's old. Like, no one's going to actually type in things like that into a command line or anything else. I don't like to burn my motivation. But I did successfully do that entire section without dropping combo, so I'm kind of proud of that. Yeah, the ICFP problem this year was there exists a server. There exists a... that you would send a... you'd tell it what problem you want to solve, so basically the size of the problem you're interested in. And then you would have... okay, that is actually really cute now that I look at it. And then you'd send it a path. And it would tell you which... the lower 2 bits of the room IDs of the path that you walked. And from that, you needed to figure out how the graph was fully connected. Gotta be honest, pretty dang dry. The organizer, typically there's more than one, but this year I think it was entirely done by a single Australian man. Mostly for mimetic reasons. I'm not exactly convinced. I also don't know if he's actually Australian. was in Australia and flew to Europe during the competition to go just show you exactly how kind of slapdash the whole thing was. Oh, right, it changes. Still no buses. Nope. There was no winning there. But yeah, it was fun. Like this was. This was fun too. Alright, I think that's enough. We've successfully proven. Lunatic is really hard. It's not merely hard with no continues. Like the bullets do speed up and stuff. That is much harder. World creation, I borrowed this. It's a good way to go, in all honesty. She did! She created that bus! Anyway, this was a really fun game. I'll probably play it again when I do my PAX, like, wrap-up thing. This will end up on YouTube in, like, I don't know, a few days or something. But I had fun. That's what matters. And I won a shirt! That's the other thing that matters. Ha!